Let's dive into the files that made this animated music video. It got 10 million views in 2015. I realized bragging about something in 2015 is like bragging about your high school sports achievements. I will dust this thing off. Instead of dusting off awards, let's dust off some files. I like files. Here's the treatment I wrote for this video. It'll be a throwback to the 90s. Characters, blah blah, VHS tape, drawings of Adam Young and the Hanson dudes. By the way, if you don't think MMMBop is one of the top 3 songs of all time, just keep scrolling. This is one of the first scenes. This scene is just a stack of different layers. This VHS tape, that is an FLA. It used to be called a flash file, now it's an Adobe Animate file. The background is just a flat illustration. Here I'll remove the Adobe Animate file, and the static on the TV is just an additional layer. Here's the Adobe Animate file. This is just traditionally framed, pretty much frame by frame, but I'm animating on 4s because I was a little bit lazy and had very little time to make this video. So what I did was export that SWF and import it into After Effects. Then you can layer that animation on top of JPEGs and other illustrations to build the scene. You don't have to animate all of this stuff frame by frame. That's laid in, and then you just lay in the animated pieces on top of that. And that's how the entire music video is built. Scene by scene until you get to the end. I love the end of this video. This is how I came up with the idea and animated the unbelievable music video by Owl City and Hanson. I know this video is from way before TikTok even existed, so bear with me. I had been making music videos for Universal Music for a few years, and I was on the phone with one of the executives, and she said, "We have this song, but we have no idea what to do with the music video. Do you have any ideas?" And I said, "Yeah, I'll take care of it. Don't worry about it." I had zero idea what to do with this video. 3 weeks went by, I still didn't have any idea. I was just drawing random cartoons of characters, but there was no meaning to the video. Then I traveled to Chicago for a wedding and found an empty boardroom in the hotel and locked myself in there. I told myself I am not leaving this room until I come up with an idea for this music video. I played this song on repeat as many times as you can play a song in one day, over and over and over. I filled up notebook after notebook with writings and ideas, but nothing was clicking. Then it hit me that the song was just about nostalgia. I needed something to represent the 90s or the 80s. So I just tapped into ideas from my childhood. The idea of this VHS tape popped into my head. I could make it the main character of the video. The video would start with the VHS tape jumping into a VCR, if you remember those. And the video would end with the videotape slapping "Be Kind, Rewind" onto it. So once I had my beginning and my end, I could just figure out the middle and throw in as much crazy nostalgic stuff as I could think of. You see here, this is a videotape walking in the snow. I'm from Buffalo, New York, so there is tons of snow there, and that's a Buffalo Bills hat. This would be like an action scene from an old movie. This is a nod to Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. Etch-a-Sketch. Magic 8 Ball. If you don't remember the Thigh Master, sorry you missed that one. Super Soaker. The yellow Walkman. I even had to throw in that old Nintendo that you used to have to blow into to get the dust out of in that wood panel wall in the basement. The song was all about nostalgia, and I needed a character to represent that. For weeks, I drew human characters, but I couldn't figure out what was needed. Since Hanson is featured on the song, I listened to MMMBop over and over. While listening to the song and drawing, I thought, what else is nostalgia? What else represents that early 90s feel? Be Kind, Rewind popped into my head. And I thought maybe at the end of the video, I could somehow slap a Be Kind, Rewind label on this video so people went back to the beginning and rewatched it. Then I started to think maybe there's a character in there. Maybe it's a VHS tape character. So I drew this really simplistic character, almost like a Mickey Mouse VHS tape. This character would then tie all of the nostalgic scenes of the video together. I wanted to do a run cycle, but I didn't have the time or the budget to do it, so I just drew 1 foot, and then we just cut right to the full body character doing the run cycle. But this is only 115 frames total, and it gets the job done.